Professor Dudkin was conducting chemical tests in his lab as usual. Hey, Lim, this waste needs to be destroyed. Take it to the recycling plant. Maybe tomorrow? I cleaned the toilet today, I'm very tired. No, this needs to be done today. Lim was a very lazy guy, so he poured all the chemicals down the toilet and then sat down to play Minecraft. The chemical in the sewer caused something bad. Hello, there's some green liquid coming out of the sewer. Citizens, disperse. It's very dangerous here. And maybe everything would have been resolved with a simple sewer cleaning, if not for that incident on the bus. Oh, where's my wallet? Did you steal it? No, madam, I'm an honest citizen. Now empty your pockets. The bus stopped fortunately. The thief managed to escape. Catch the thief. The woman ran after him. Police officers were passing by. She reported the theft and the chase began. Stop, it's dangerous there. The thief didn't listen to the engineer and fell straight into the manhole. The police wanted to go after him, but they were told there were toxic chemicals in the sewer. Most likely, the criminal was already dead. Scientists arrived at the scene of the accident to examine the suspicious liquid. Those were chemicals from Professor Dudkin's lab. I recognized them immediately. Professor Dudkin was arrested, and his lab was destroyed with special missiles that disintegrate any radioactive waste. Jim had the day off today. He shouldn't have gone to school. Unsuspectingly, he calmly played on the computer. Son, the laundry is done. Hang it up, please. Okay, Mom. Jim didn't like being distracted from his game. Gritting his teeth, he went to hang out the laundry. There was a monster sitting in the bathtub. Jim got really scared and ran for help. There's a monster sitting in the bathtub. What, are you playing Gertrude again? I'm serious. Go and look. Okay, coward, let's go. There was no one in the bathroom anymore. The mother thought her son was shirking work. You're grounded for a week without the computer. Jim watched in fear as his mother hung out laundry in the bathroom. He felt like a monster was going to jump out and devour her. He already wanted to go to the bathroom, but he couldn't go after what he'd seen. Evening came. Jim hid in the corner of his room, shaking with fear. When his parents fell asleep, he heard strange sounds coming from the bathroom. Jim managed to crawl under the bed. The same monster entered his room. He could hear it touching things. Then the monster went into his parents' room and did something there too, after which it went back to the bathroom and went quiet. Jim lay under the bed until the morning, until the alarm went off. He crawled out and looked around. It seemed like something was missing in the room. Jim noticed that valuables were missing. He went into his parents' room. They lay with their eyes open and stared at the ceiling. Dad's safe was open. There was nothing inside. Mom, Dad, get up, we've been robbed. Don't worry, it's all nonsense. My parents were kind of strange, they didn't care about anything. Mom, I'm hungry. I have to go to music class soon. The mother looked angrily at her son. I don't care. Go, you're hungry. With an empty stomach, Jim went to music class. The teacher was very upset. I was robbed on the bus today. There was money and your information in my wallet. Tell me them again. The kids dictated their addresses and phone numbers. The lesson began. Jim was bored. His friend Abu didn't come. After class, he went to his house. Abu was kind of strange. He didn't care what Jim said. Can you imagine? I saw a monster in the bathroom last night. He robbed us, and my parents didn't care. So what, buddy? What's wrong with you? Well, Abu just slammed the door. It all seemed very strange. Jim suspected something was wrong. He returned home. His parents were watching TV and didn't even pay attention to him. What's wrong with you? They were showing yesterday's incident on TV. The thief who robbed Mrs. Jaga fell through an open manhole. At the time, there was radioactive waste in the sewer. Specialists cleared everything of radiation, but the criminal's body was not found. Jim began to connect the dots. Maybe this monster was the thief. He had the addresses of everyone who went to the music, and now he was stalking them. Jim decided to talk to Mrs. Jaga about it. There were police officers and an ambulance near the music school. Mrs. Jaga was lying on the ground. I was mopping the floor in the hallway when she went to the toilet. Then there were screams, a window broke, and that was it. Jim remembered one girl from the music school. He heard her address and went to warn her of the danger. Grace, you are in danger. We're being stalked by a monster. Are you crazy? Look, there it is. Ah, the boys ran to the police, but the cops didn't believe them. A voice came from the police station window. Hey, guys, I know what's going on. It's because of me that this scoundrel showed up. The professor told me how he got souls out of rats. Most likely, this scoundrel thief steals not only valuables, but also the souls of his victims. What should we do now? It's all written here. Mix these ingredients and get the antidote. The boys went to school, to the chemistry class. The school was already closed. They had to break a window to get inside. They found all the ingredients and started mixing. I hope we're doing everything right. Who's there? They managed to escape from the guard. They went to the last guy from the music room. Are you so late? The Rodaki are already asleep. Listen, maybe the scoundrel will come to you today and steal your souls. Here's the antidote. I need to stick this syringe into him. I don't believe you, of course, but I like scary stories, so come on in. Grace and Brew hid under the bed, and Jean crawled into a box near the door and waited for the signal. They didn't have to wait long. A noise was heard in the bathroom. The scoundrel entered the room. When his back was to the box, Grace gave the signal. Jim jumped out of hiding and stuck the syringe into the scoundrel. The monster fell and began to grimace. Brew's parents came running at the noise. They called the police. The antidote helped a little. The scoundrel almost returned to normal. SCP Foundation employees arrived at the scene and took the new object to their base. Perhaps the antidote temporarily incapacitated the monster. A special SCP Foundation team descended into the sewers. They turned on an ultraviolet scanner and followed the tracks to the scoundrel's hideout. All the stolen items were there. The souls of the victims were in the cage. The employees released them, and the souls returned to their bodies. The scoundrel was placed in a cell without a toilet or sink. Professor Dudkin also had to be brought to the SCP Foundation to try and fix his mistake. After a while, the antidote wore off. The thief mutated back into the scoundrel. You must fix your mistake, or you'll be cleaning toilets at the SCP Foundation for the rest of your life.